Hey guys, this Little Magic here, and it's time to reveal another deck. I don't know why, but for my latest couple standard budget decks, I've been building just totally cliche color types of decks. But hey, I thought, it's really fun to play mono green. Let's keep it rolling with green. Now this deck is just all over the place. It seems like a complete non-cohesive mess. But see, that's the clever part. It actually does kind of work together. It's not like absolute synergy single purpose. It's just like a bunch of really good green cards that kind of go together. It comes together into a pretty good deck. I mean, this is nowhere near the same tier as Gravity Bomb. That deck is insane. I will say though that this deck, when it's working perfectly, gives my Combat Specialist deck a run for its money, and that's really saying something. Now this is primarily an energy deck, but I also put in Landfall because, Landfall in green is really powerful. That is the Landfall color. So first off, we've got Architect of the Untamed. This is kind of one of the weakest cards in there. I do like it because it's a 2-3 for 3. That's not too bad. Wish it cost like 2 and was a 2-1 or something. But, whenever a land enters the battlefield, you get an energy. And then once you pay 8, you can create a 6-6 colorless beast artifact creature token. If you haven't seen that token, it looks pretty cool, by the way. This is kind of like a little bit of a lightning rod, a little bit of like, oh, maybe they'll burn like a removal spell on it, something like that. It's about mid-size. If it comes out on turn 3, it's going to kind of stall out the game. It's just like an okay card. The 6-6 token is pretty cool. But the problem is if you get to that much energy, there are better things to spend it on, and you're probably going to win the game anyway. Still, a 6-6 creature is pretty good, so this does have a bit of a place in the deck. The one key is repetitive, recurring energy. That is something that the deck actually lacks, which is kind of surprising. Honestly, Dynavolt Tower just does not work. It doesn't work with green. Oh, and green doesn't have flickering, so honestly, it's not the best energy color, but that's why, hey, Landfall. Alright, next up we've got Bristling Hydra. I love this because its energy ability is non-tap, but basically it's a 4-3 for 4, so that already is pretty good. Then when it enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy, that's fantastic. And then you pay 3 energy, and put a 1-1 counter on Bristling Hydra, it gains hexproof until end of turn. So basically, automatically, right away, if you want, it's actually a 5-4 for 4, which is not too bad. There's no reach, there's no trample, whatever, but, it's pretty cool because if you had like 9 energy, you can get this guy huge, but it's more important to just swing with him, use it as a potential ambush, then since they don't block, don't actually use the ability, and then use the energy for something else. It's an attack deterrent. Or I should say a block deterrent. It's also an attack deterrent, but it's definitely a block deterrent. Oh, and that little bit about hexproof, yeah, that's basically a counterspell. They target him with a kill spell, ta-da, now they can't target him. You can, of course, use the ability in response. Next up, we've got Longtusk Cub. I really don't like this one, but it is a 2-2 for 2. And in order to generate energy, because he doesn't get it when he enters the battlefield, you have to actually deal combat damage to a player. Now, here's the thing. If you do get him out on turn 2, he can probably swing on turn 3, and unless they want to lose a creature, they almost definitely do not have a 3 toughness creature at that point. So, great early game card. Even late game, you can start making him larger because this deck does kind of do that. And the other thing is, if he comes out late game and you have 10 energy, drop 5 counters on him. Your opponent is going to really want to block him to prevent you from getting more energy. So, this guy does become unstoppable. I don't know. For some reason, the whole you have to hit them thing, I don't like on-hit effects. It does work, but it just has that feel to me like, if you're already winning the game, then win the game even more. But hey, nothing wrong with that, because honestly, the deck needed a vanilla 2-2 for 2, and this is just a little bit better than that. Next up, we've got the much better Thriving Rhino. I love this guy. When he enters the battlefield, you get 2. There you go, right off the bat. Whenever he attacks, you may pay 2, and if you do, put a 1-1 counter on him. So it's not just a boost until end of turn. There is another creature like that, but it's not in this deck because that sucks. So guaranteed he's going to be a 3-4 the first time he swings unless you use the energy for something else. And that's pretty good. For 3 mana, that's not bad. All of these creatures go in the above average category. Well, at least in general, not for green, but in the given battle usually. So every time he swings, he's getting 1 bigger, and there's actually like a little bit of a loop with all these creatures, so if it doesn't look good so far, just hold on. Next up, there are 2 creatures that serve the same purpose for 2 completely different reasons. First, we've got Undergrowth Champion. He's a 2/2 for 3. You guys know what he does at this point. Landfall, put a counter on him, and then anytime he takes damage, then you remove a counter and prevent all the damage. So he can swing, he can block, he's just insane. You have to kill him so many times before he actually dies. Similarly, we've got the 1-cost 1/1 Wily Bandar. He's a cat monkey, which is freaking awesome. And if you pay 3, he gains indestructible until end of turn. No tapping necessary, of course. You can do that on swing, you can do it on block. So if you have a little bit of energy sitting around and you can't really draw anything, you're just drawing land, nothing's really happening, you can swing with them, and if they block, you just make them indestructible. Whatever, but then they had to block him. So if you swung with a whole line of creatures, who do you block? Maybe they'll just let the one through, who knows. But then on defense, he's just nuts. I mean, they could swing with a 10/10 as long as they don't have trample. Ta-da, you just blocked and then boom, indestructible. So he can block forever. I love him. Oh, and plus the deck needed a 1/1 for 1. So next up, we've got a little bit of a stall card, a little bit of a nice, just keep the game going card, generate energy, whatever. Nothing too special, but it's pretty nice. We've got Woodweaver's Puzzleknot. Now, it costs 2 to get out, that's dirt cheap, and then it costs 3 to sack it. So when it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life and get 3 energy counters. Then if you pay 3 mana, you can sacrifice it and have the same thing happen again. So that's 6 life, 6 energy for 5 mana. Just a nice, little thing. There was a card slot, I put this in it. Honestly, if you didn't like it and you didn't want to just kind of even out a losing game with it, or you thought you could do better with a creature, you're probably right. I don't really know what though, but, I like the card. There's also one good reason to have it in there though. The one card that takes this whole deck to the next level is Fabrication Module. This card is insane. Whenever you get 1 or more energy counters, so per instance of gaining them, so if it says gain 3, that's 1 time gaining 3, this goes off once, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, and you can pay 4, tap it, and get an energy counter. Yes, that triggers itself. So pay 4, get an energy which you get to keep, and then put a counter on something. Oh, something entered the battlefield and gained energy, put a counter on it. Oh, you gained energy because you hit someone, put a counter on something. I mean, the counters really start to add up with this card. Now, if you don't get this out in a given battle, no problem. It's not the end of the world, but if you do, your creatures are going to get out of control really quickly, like approximately twice as quickly. Now, wouldn't it be nice if you could remove creatures with this deck? Oh, that's right. It's time for Clear Shot, one of the best cards in Standard right now. You know how back in Tarkir everything was fight, force fight, this creature fights that creature? This is like that, except you don't die. Plus, I love the artwork, it's friggin' awesome. So for 3 mana, which is a little steep, target creature you control gets +1/+1 till end of turn, that's kinda nice, and it deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Now remember, your creatures get huge with counters, counters count, and no matter what, this spell makes the creature 1 bigger anyway. Now when you hit the creature, which is not really what you're doing, you don't take any damage, so then you can go ahead and swing, and oh, by the way, you're 1 bigger. So this is pretty much just a kill spell. Hey, a 3-cost instant speed kill spell in green, I'll take it. So what does this deck lose to? Probably them blowing up your creatures, because you put all that time and effort into making them larger, you really need them to stay on the field. So, Blossoming Defense. I mean, this is Ranger's Guile on steroids. This is literally an improved Ranger's Guile. For 1 single green mana as an instant, you can give target creature hexproof and +2/+2 till end of turn. That will save it from anything that targets it, as well as some certain mass damage or mass life dropping types of effects. The best part is you're never really going to be short on creatures. I mean, the creature count in this deck is really high. I mean, yeah, you got Woodweavers in there, and it probably should be a creature, but there weren't any other creatures that give energy that were worth putting in. It actually has a grand total of 22 creatures, so not bad at all. If you want the exact numbers, go down into the description, and you'll see a deck list. Now, one last thing to hit on is the land. No big surprise here. It's your typical combination of pro landfall stuff. You got 4 Blighted Woodlands and 4 Evolving Wilds. Now, the Evolving Wilds are just there to trigger landfall twice. There are only 2 landfall cards in the entire deck. So you could take it out if you absolutely want forests and the ability to use them immediately. I didn't find it to be all that necessary, but there are 2 cards that have a 3-cost activated ability, so if you want to throw out a creature and use the ability, you're going to need a lot of land. So if what you just picked up was an Evolving Wilds, it doesn't really help you, but at that point in the game, you probably have a landfall card in play, so kind of a toss-up. You could, take it out or leave it in. So what did I name the deck? Well, of course, Green Energy. Why? Was I being lazy? Hell no, it's a double meaning. The whole deck is powered by wind power and solar and renewable resources. Get it? It's green energy. I guarantee you, even as I'm recording this now, I'm probably going to put something really stupid in the thumbnail that kind of reinforces the joke. So everything in this deck costs absolutely nothing, with a couple exceptions. I mean, Architect might be like slightly above 50 cents, maybe Bristling Hydra, maybe like $1 or $2. And then Undergrowth Champion, that card seriously was like $15. Now it's like $3, I think. So this deck probably comes in between $20 and $30. Pretty cheap. If it looks like fun and you like classic green, just giant creatures, nothing fancy, no trample, no reach, none of that. Which, by the way, the sideboard should definitely without a doubt contain flying killers. Maybe Clipwings and Plummet or something, because you're going to need to stop flyers. They will kick the crap out of you, and blue-white spirits is still kind of a thing. Anyway, this deck is just classic, bigger creatures, grow, keep swinging, and, just gain life, put lands in, classic green, I love it. Oh, just wait till I go classic blue too, by the way. It's no secret, blue's my favorite color, blue-white is my favorite color combination, so my next mono blue deck is going to be vicious. So definitely hit subscribe if you want to see that in the future, among other decks, because I'm just in a deck building mood this week. Hopefully you guys can have fun with this deck in the meantime, and I'll see you guys next video.